to review, print and sign. Along with your incorporation certificate, you'll also get a certificate from Province if you have done like me, and you also get a corporation number, corporation key and anniversary date as the. So that's it, guys. Friends, when I made this video first almost 3 years back, I did not know that I'll be showered with so much love and affection from all of you. And how many of you came back with comment that how useful this video was open your corporation. And even today, if you're watching this video, you'll be able to incorporate your business in less than 30 minutes. Now, I'm making a new video because of the few interface change which has happened over few months. And that will give you a first-hand experience of how the new interface looks. And I will be going through this entire process. So by just watching this video, you will know how to open an incorporation in Canada. Also, I have a complete playlist on YouTube on how to open a corporate trading account in Canada, business plan, step-by-step guide, how to get your business number in Canada. Again, this is something which you get it for free. Then your incorporation annual filing, which is a mandatory requirement. It only costs $12. How you have to do that video also I have made. Then if you have not done any business in a particular year, that is no incoming and no outgoing, then this video, how to file zero taxes on your own without paying anyone. This video be useful to you. How to apply business license and permit Canada business. This video again will give you an insight what all the requirement is. If you have a payroll and you're not paying anyone for a particular month, then how to file nil remittance on your own. That is also shown. Then if you have not come up with your business name or brand name, how to come up, this video will help you. How to patent in Canada. How to copyright your content in Canada. So these are some valuable videos which will be of use to you. You can find link to these videos in the description. So do check out the description for all the relevant links. So this is the official link to Canada government website. Okay, you see Government of Canada. And registering a corporation, you will obtain article of incorporation through either federal incorporation or provincial or territorial incorporation. What I'm showing is a federal incorporation, that is Canada-wide incorporation. Then you will get a business number, corporate income tax account from Canada Revenue Agency. I have made videos on how to get that on your own without spending any money. And then the extra provincial or extra territorial corporation, in case you want to have that and it is required, that also option you get, and applying for any permit and licenses for your business. So watch my videos, you'll get to know there are any permit or license requirement for the kind of business you want, either online or offline. So once you come down here, you see here, get started with registration. You click here, federal incorporation. What all you get when you do your incorporation federally, you get article of incorporation, business number, corporation income tax program account. You will have access with CRA for this. Then depending on whether your kind of business require GST, HST, payroll, import, export, again, you will have access to program to register. And this is optional. Why optional? You will get to know when go with the video. Some cases you need to have a certain threshold before even start going for THT. So you will get to see that. And then once again, this one is optional, extra provincial or extra territorial corporation registration. So just go to this and click corporate docs. So what is the benefit of incorporating? That is federal incorporation. Benefit includes right to use your name across Canada, and there are limited liability. If you have business in your name and not incorporated, then the liability is on you. That you need to bear. So you have limited liability, then lower corporate tax rate, and you have better access to capital and grants. I'll not be covering this capital and grant in this video. I'll share the link in case you want to know what all capital and grants corporate gets, or I'll make a separate video on that. So once we come down here, you see how much it costs. It will cost you only $200 to do online, and that is what we are trying to do. Then in addition, there is a NUANS report which will cost you additional $12 to $15, which we will see in the video. Now let's click incorporate, and here come to the sign in page. Again, in my case, my identity is verified, my ISED account is active, and in case you want to know how to create a ISED account, this is the video where I have shown you completely on what the entire process is. Take 5 to 6 minutes. I'll try to save that by giving you the link in case you don't have. In case you have, all you have to do is continue to sign. Once you have signed into GCKey, you will come to this page, Online Filing Center. And as you can see, right now I have logged in. And on this page, you will find information related to incorporation, how much each of these services cost. And you're paying this directly to the government. Okay. As you see, file annual return. It costs $12. This annual return is not tax return. Remember that. Here, you're basically updating about your incorporation, if there are any changes to address or the address remains same, those kind of question for which I have made a video and I have shown how you can do the annual file return on your own by paying this $12. Remaining, as you can see, incorporate $200. If you want to order any copies of corporate document, it is free. To get a certificate of compliance, if and when you want it, this will be charged $10, and there are many other services, and you see here most of them are free. Just go over this entire thing. Once you come here, click incorporate, you come to this page for incorporation. Let's come down. Before you incorporate, read about benefit of incorporating, and if you are looking for a non-for-profit, then look at this link. So you can check link at your own time, have this link in the description. And coming to how to incorporate. So there are two options. One is a word name, that is company has word name followed by limited. For example, along with the name what you have chosen, it will have an extension, any one of these you see. Okay. And your corporate word name must be distinctive, not cause confusion with any existing corporate name, business name or trademark, not contain any prohibited terms, not suggest government or institutional sponsorship or control, not be misdescriptive, contain a mandatory term. So just go over this. If you come here, you'll get to see the link. I'm not covering this in the video part. I made a video on how to come up with business name in case you don't have any name in mind, how to make it as a brand. I've given you all the tools and resources which you will get some more inside. So do check out this video, or you can go for a numbered name, which is a simpler option where you don't have to go through a NUANS report, where you are doing research on the name, what you're looking for is available or it is already taken by someone. And then, there are a few additional steps which you have to do. So if you don't want to do that, you can go with a numbered name corporation this. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to do this word, which is made up of letter and symbol, how that entire thing works. So that part will be taken care. And as I said, federal incorporation, again, I am repeating, it's $200. And then for the word name, additional $13.80 for the name thing you will be paying. And assigned number is free. Once you go through this, click next. So you come to validate your contact information page where your name, telephone number and email ID you're confirming. And once you confirm, you click next. We come to this page. What type of business are you incorporating? Here select business incorporation and then come down and click next. Now we are on this page and you can see here there are 10 steps which are involved to incorporate. What they are, you get to see here. Okay, you can go through at your own time. We'll be going with a custom incorporation where your corporate word name will have something like how it is. Okay, and if you're looking to go within numbered incorporation, which is the quickest and the easiest way, you would still be able to do watching this video. Only thing is that you don't have to go through the corporate name option here, going through the NUANS report. Once you select basic incorporation and go next, you will be taken to all other process page. So I'm selecting custom incorporation and then clicking next. You will come to step 2, which is nothing but again asking you whether you would go with a word name or a assigned number. So you don't have to worry about the pre-approval corporate name part of it. When you go with the word name, as part of this process, you will be given that NUANS report. So this is the change from earlier. Earlier, NUANS report was a separate thing. You had to bring it and then do with the rest of your process. Now they have streamlined and they have made it part of this entire process. So click on word name and next. And in this part, you see what does your corporation do. Add your business activity for better result. This is a drop down, long list of services which are mentioned here. If you are a hairdresser, just type hair as a keyword and you will get to see the drop down. Go and select the closest one which you think is your case. For example, you are into trucking, type truck and you get the. If you're into food industry, just type food or any closest keyword which will guide you with options what is available. Now in my case, I am into cyber security consulting, so I am writing consulting. So all this I will be going with management, scientific and consulting service. So you also have this option here, if you have a system design related service, then I'll be going with this. Once this is done, add additional information about your corporation's activity below. Now you know your business better, what you're going to do. Make sure give as much as input as possible. If you're not able to make precise, you can use tool like ChatGPT, come up with just closest to what information you want to provide. There are many tools online where you can find what kind of business activities particular business do. You can pull that information and see what defines your business. Okay, here I have shown what online activity is. I have not mentioned any company name yet because the next step I will be going with that option. What will be my company name? Basically, this gives an idea that company employs AI-driven cybersecurity solution, safeguarding Fortune 500 client, their digital asset through cloud platform and virtual assets. It becomes easy for the approver to go through and find. This is the offline activity, and then incorporation of AI, that what AI does, that also I have mentioned. So once it's done, right, click next. On this page are your customers. I have chosen targeted segment. There are options between general public, targeted segment. I'm selecting targeted segment and then also providing additional information. You also have an option to choose nobody. In case you're not, then better to choose between any one of them. So here I have given information that my clients are from a diverse sector like finance, healthcare, technology. Anybody and everybody needs cyber security in today's world. So I have defined that, and then where are your customers? Internationally, across Canada, and you can choose all options if you want, or you can just choose the closest match you find. Then you come down and click next. Come to this page where choose one or two names. Come down, you see one name, either English, French or Amai. Here the example for English only is given. Okay, go hairdressing in, and for the French only have name French or a combination, which is a combination of French, English, okay, or two separate names where one name in English shows like this and the other one shows like this. So I'm selecting one name, that is I'm only going with the English. If you have to go with English, French or combinations, two separate name, you will have to select accordingly. Also, if you have Quebec, please go through this, and this is selected. Click next. On this page, you choose your corporate name. I'm selecting English only. You can select between the options what is presented here, English only, French only, or a combined, and then come down, click next. Here on this page, you are made aware of what is an effective corporate fee. So it usually has part A, part B, part distinctive term, descriptive term, and legal. Okay, so just go through this. The examples what is given here, distinctive term, what makes it distinctive from other businesses, and descriptive term basically gives part of your business, what business it is, and then the legal element, limited corporation. Here examples are given, so you can look at this. This is the legal part of requirement. After the descriptive name, what legal element the example is given. So you go through this. Next, on this page you will give your name, have in mind, and I have given my name. Here, make sure to write your proposed word name exactly as you want it to appear on your certificate of incorporation. You can use uppercase and or lowercase. So I've just written like this. If you want to change this to uppercase or lowercase, you can do that. Sometimes you'll be in for a surprise that whatever name you have been thinking already exists. So that's why little research into what name you want will go a long way in this issue. So once you click here, identify the distinctive term. Here, CypherStoke Consulting, this gives both an idea that this is a cybersecurity company and is into consulting. So this is the best I am trying to do from my end. And how did you come up with distinctive term in your proposal name? Drop down, you have this option, choosing others. In the tell us more, I have written company name delivers top tier cybersecurity solution globally, combining encryption. That's why this name Cypher, and advanced defense technique trope for clients' digital protection. Here you see a legal element. Corporation limited does not count as a factor to establish association. Okay, so once this is done, I will go with search. Based on my proposed name, Cyberstroke Consulting, I'm shown that how many entries already existing which has something similar. See here, Master Stroke Consulting, this is registered and act. So you get this entire list, and what I'm doing here is going and checking if any of them have similar name like what I did. So you will be able to do this once you come to this part. And once I have checked, nothing matches with Cyberstroke Consulting. So consulting is quite a common name. Cyberstroke, you see here, none of them have that. If you come across any similarity with the proposed name, what you have, okay, so go through this. Here it says, if you did not include a descriptive term in your proposed name, add a descriptive term, help reduce and prevent confusion by using the button below. This is the one. Change your proposed name, where you can go and tweak name what you are proposing to make it distinct. Do a web search to establish if there could be confusion with similar business or trademark based on location, product, services, industry sector. Confusion can occur. Change your proposed name. Make sure you do this process. Keep your name unique. If not, go with the proposed change of name. Coming down, let us know if you have ordered previous NUANS report or registered a similar name or trademark. In most cases, you will not have this, so your response will not yes. Okay, so if you already have, you will give a consent to eliminate fusions. This is done. One more thing I'm doing here is going to snip this, whatever name I'm pairing name my company with. I'm snipping this and bringing this to a Word document on 5 tag. And once this is on the Word document, this is not a mandatory thing, just doing as an extra caution and give detail. I'm saying Cyberstroke Consulting is a unique name and does not match with any existing name in the data. So this is the database which I have pulled, okay, and I can make this into PDF by just doing save as PDF, and I will save this. Come and click next. Supporting document section. Here it says, please upload any relevant information that may support your post. So I created that PDF where I'm saying I have done the search and I don't find any match the name what I am proposing. Now there are situations like if you own a business with the same name registered provincial, then you will have to submit any provincial certificate or license of your business. That way they will know that it is you, and they have to give the same name. It will be easier for. And if you're using other similar or identical business or organization name, submit consent letter from these corporation. So this is a sample of consent letter. I would not get into this. This will not just delay my business, but having business name similar to someone else, I will be able to build a brand long term. That is my consideration. And here in the document explanation, I'm going to upload PDF. This is the PDF which I have uploaded and attached. File is attached now, and then I will click next. This is the corporate payment summary. As you read, we'll have to do a payment, $13.80, which will be done through these card. Okay, so review the name, select review, and then come down. Make sure your search criteria is correct. Again, check, recheck, cross-check. Business activity, what was entered shows here. And then for the corporate word name, payment of $13.80. Proceed to payment. Here on this page, you enter your card detail. You select the card type, and remaining things you will see from your card, and then click submit. So as you can see, while the transaction is done and the card is approved, you will receive the receipt with NUANS reservation number on your email ID, which you had entered earlier. So your invoice number, authorization code, transaction date, and receipt has been mailed to the email ID. Now it says keep going to finish incorporating. And also it says you must submit the rest of your application for us to review your name. So this NUANS report, you can see here, it is valid for 90 days only. So whatever name you have sent it, you have almost 90 days for you to finish your application and get done with. So if you don't use this NUANS report, the name what you're suggesting, again you'll have to go through the process what we saw just. Next, so we come to step 3, and here we complete the article of incorporation. Here the first thing is province or territory of registered office. This will be from the drop down. I am selecting Ontario as I am in Ontario, and then description of classes of share. Here I have selected one class of share. Remember, this is a single person corporation which I am showing. In case if it is more than one party, then you would have to seek a professional. And restriction of share transfer, none. Minimum and maximum number are not changing anything here. Down. Restriction on business, keeping it none. Then other provisions, none. Then come down. Incorporators, here the incorporator, add individual. Here that one person, that is you, that name will come here. Okay. And every corporation must have at least one incorporator. The incorporator individual must be at least 18 years of age, not bankrupt, not capable. Okay. So will the add individual detail. Here you have this autofill option. Once you come and click on the autofill option, automatically it will fill the name. If you don't want that and you want to type, then you go ahead and do that here. So once click the autofill, then click add. Once the name is added, it will show up here, and after which come to effective date. You can change the effective date if needed, or you can just leave it as it is. So by default, it will pick up the date which is as on today. Once this is done, next, register office address and board of director. Here for the office address, what it says, include name and address of director as well as your corporation's registered office address, even if it is a residential address. A lot of you had question, you can give your residence as the registered office address, so you should get answer from here. So once you enter your registered office address, you can type in here, and by the address, it will automatically show you the location. And once you select that, here it will auto-populate, and you can check, recheck and cross-check for its correctness. Here, should general correspondence for Corporation Canada be sent to different address? My response is no. You can select between yes and no. If you want this to be sent to some other location, then once you select yes, you will get a drop down for address where you'll have to give the address. Here my response is no. And then first board of directors. Once I click here to add director, here for the new director, as an autofill, name will automatically reflect. If you click on autofill, first name, middle name, last name. Here in the add new director, you will again get an autofill, and select autofill, fill in your name, middle name and last name. If not, you can fill in directly by typing here. And then question, is this director a resident Canadian? Here I am selecting yes. What resident Canadian is? Let me here and show this to you. So this is the definition of resident Canadian. Go through this straightforward. Okay. And if you don't meet this, then you see here at least 25% of the directors must be a resident Canadian. So if you are not permanent resident and Canadian citizen meeting this subsection, in that case, you will not be able to go with the application unless you have any one of them as director in your company. So I hope this helps you. Okay, close. If it is you, then you will be entering or repeating the same address what you had given earlier. So once you type in the address here and select country as Canada, your remaining thing will auto populate. So once this is filled, and once the director detail is added, then comes the authorization part. Again, it's an auto fill. Once you click here, name will automatically come here. You enter your telephone number or your mobile number. So once this is done, click next. Now this part is to review, print and sign. So whatever you have typed, right, based on that, your article of incorporation draft is ready. You can go and download this article of incorporation, and then initial registered office address and first board of directors. Both details be able to download and verify. Okay, once go and download and verify, then you come here, say I confirm, click next. On this page, individual with significant control. This is link on public corporate information. You can take time to go through this and then also read through this. Okay, this is a required section, and from these three options, what is here? Choosing list the individuals significant control over your corporation, which applies to 95% of the businesses. This is chosen. Click next. On this page, list individuals with significant control. Here, so I click here, add individual with significant control. See here, you get this autofill option, which once you click, automatically details will fill in. You have to enter date of birth manually, and this is not in public record. It is a mandatory required. Once this is done, enter countries of citizenship. Again, this is not public but required. So if you are a permanent resident, in that case, you will choose the country to which you belong currently. And if you are a Canadian, you will Canada. Then countries where individual with with significant control considered a resident tax. This is not public Canada. And then shall address, to start typing in here, again show you the options. Choose from that option if it is within Canada. Otherwise, you may have to in this detail manually. Once the residential address data has filled down, should a different address be made public? I have chosen no, which is a default. If you want to change yes, then the address detail will be asked. No, type of interest or control. Here, once come drop down, select all controls or direct 25% on more of shares. Based on this selection, additional detail you'll have to fill: directly or indirectly held, directly held, individually, jointly, or in concrete, usually percentage interest. Now this is a range here, more than 75% of the share. We'll have to select best option, what you think, this drop down. So more than 75% of the share here, then add. Now you see the detail has been added here and it shows control started. If you want to update, go and update here. If you want to remove, do that. That option exists, and then click next. So this is the review and confirmation section. Whatever you filled, you will be able to download the report and check, recheck, and cross-check. Once you have done with that, click I confirm, then privacy notice, go through this, then click next. This is the reminder notice section, and here it says once incorporated, corporation will require file an annual return. I made a video on this. You can check this out. This will let them know you are still in this, and Incorporation Canada automatically sends annual return reminder notice by mail to corporation at its registered office address or any address which has been requested. Now I have chosen email ID. It's very convenient, straight into inbox, and I don't have to worry about misplacing any of these deeds. So this is an optional thing. I have it with me. You can see if in your case select or deselect, or if you want to add any other email address other than what is mentioned here, go ahead, add, click next. This is the full access manager section. Here, once you check the box, you will see your name, email ID, and then click next. So in this section, provincial and territorial registration, this is an optional one to register now. In my case, by default, Ontario shows up and there is no fee. So just go through this and select based on your province. And then you also have an option to register at a later time in any province or territory on the site. So if you go with this, you select proceed to payment. In my case, I'm select whatever I got by default and then clicking next. On this page, this is specific to Ontario. You can see here for any direct question about extra provincial registration, you have this phone number and toll-free number, okay, and then fee. There is no fee for registration within the province of Ontario, and this I had shown you even earlier. Then once you come down, okay, you see here this consent is required, and I'm choosing the first one. If you don't want to do that, then you select this, but then you acknowledge that you will still be required to file an extra provincial registration where the corporation carries on business using the provincial government services or an agent. So I have chosen this, and then I click next. The last part is to do the payment of $200, and once that is done, your application is complete. You will get a mail like this from Corporation Canada that your request has been received for certificate of incorporation and your request identification number, and you can consult the service standard on the website, and also they have given the toll-free number where you can call and speak in case you have any concern. And within 1 or 2 days, you will get your incorporation certificate. So along with your incorporation certificate, you'll also get a certificate from province if you have done like me, and you also get a corporation number, corporation key, and anniversary date as the. So that's it, guys. Friends, do check out my website canadatried.com, which I keep updating from time to time. And as you can see, I have organized everything in a way easy for you to find based on the topic of your interest. So don't forget to check out the website. This will be quite useful in your search.